What an absolutely amazing experience it was just 5 days ago at the Halifax Metro Centre for the final of the Memorial Cup. I feel so fortunate to have been able to been there. That place was rocking so loud. I had no voice after that game, and despite the Mooseheads losing, still going to be fond memories that I cherish for a lifetime. Our city should be so proud of how we represented ourselves across the nation, and our team, the Halifax Mooseheads, should be so proud of how they performed, finishing first after the round robin and playing a very solid hockey game against the Rouyn-Noranda Huskies in that final game. It was a great game all around, and throughout the tournament and the QMJHL playoffs, solid performances, big goals from guys like Maxime Trepanier on forward, as well as Arnaud Durandino, Raphael Lavoie with some silky dangles showing those hands, Beau Gru, some solid two-way play, and in the face-off dot, looked real good on him. Solid puck movement from Justin Barron on defense, an undrafted potential really good NHL prospect for some team here in the future. Some solid two-way play from forward Joel Bishop as well. And of course, you can't forget Jared McIsaac, Detroit Red Wings draft pick. He looked real good in a shutdown role as usual. And of course, Alexis Gravel, some very sound goaltending performances from him, especially in the final. He made some huge saves for the Halifax Mooseheads. Another one of the coolest things about these games at the Halifax Metro Centre, gave me goosebumps every time, was the return of some very notable Halifax Mooseheads for the ceremonial puck drops. For the first few games, we had guys like Trey Lewis, Stéphane Fournier, who are Memorial Cup champions, as well as Alex Tanguay, J.S. Jaguar. It was amazing, but then to see Jonathan Drouin back in the building was so cool in that Mooseheads jersey, and of course, in the final, the building exploded. The roof almost came off when they announced Nathan MacKinnon and he walked to center ice. It was incredible to see him back in that Moose jersey at center ice in the Metro Centre. Just goosebumps the whole time. Big standing O for him, just like all the other guys who came back to Halifax to celebrate the Memorial Cup. It was a fun ride, and we were solid hosts in that tournament. Now, gotta give congrats to the Rouyn-Noranda Huskies. They also had some players who played stunningly well. They're a well-oiled team, a heavy team that plays hard, and certainly deservedly got the Memorial Cup win, and their celebration at the end was pretty wild. But like I said, Bebo, some solid performances from a guy like him, Harvey Pinard as well, Isaac Radcliffe, Abandonado, Noah Dobson is an absolute stud on defense, and of course Samuel Harvey in the net for the Rouyn-Noranda Huskies. Great performances from them, and of course a shout out to their fans who are wild. Traveled very far to fill sections of our building, and they were loud. It seemed like they waited for the perfect moments to just start chanting "Go Husky, go!" and they had this horn going all tournament, this off-key horn. It was really cool. It was a great experience all through the Memorial Cup. And if you want to get the rest of my feelings and opinions on the Memorial Cup and what the experience was like, head over to the From Failing Hands podcast. Look it up on Google or check out iTunes, Spotify, Pod, whatever, wherever you get your podcasts. The From Failing Hands podcast. It's Habs specific. Great content, great conversation. I was on there last night chatting with Mike and John. So if you want to hear about my thoughts on Joel Teasdale and Nick Suzuki, head over there. It was a blast to be on there once again. I was humbled to be a guest on that show, following up guests like John Liu and Nate Thompson, a current Hab. Absolutely incredible. I had big shoes to fill. I hope you guys enjoy my interview, and if you want my opinions on Joel Teasdale and Nick Suzuki, head over there to listen to that. It's the From Failing Hands podcast. Mike and John are stand-up guys, and I really hope you guys enjoy that episode. Now, before I let you guys go, quick channel update. I've taken a bit of a hiatus, and the main reason for that is because I thought when the Habs season ended, that kind of felt like the end of season 1 for the ScotianCanadien channel for me, and I wanted to take some time to really gather my thoughts, collect stats, really get my opinions in order for what I want to bring you guys in terms of content in the future, and I'm putting a lot of work into it, and I'm going to be coming at you guys with some content, of course, some reactions, 2 transactions coming up here. We got some a busy few weeks after the playoffs end, and not only all that, but it's been nice to take a break and just watch the game of hockey, especially the playoffs, where you really get to see what it takes to go far in the postseason, see the adversity that these teams have to go through, and kind of get a sense of how you want your own team, the Montreal Canadiens, to be built and for the playoffs in the future. I think Montreal's well on their way to having a team that can do damage in the future. It's just a matter of being patient, getting that development in, and guys improving, and being ready for when that time comes. And I think we could be having a lot of fun next year. So all that said, keep an eye out for my content. That will be coming soon in the next few weeks. And I got some additions I'll be making to the memorabilia wall that I think you guys will really enjoy. Some subtle trolling maybe with some of the stuff that I put up on the wall. It's going to be real fun. I'm really looking forward to getting back and chatting with you guys about our Montreal Canadiens. What a tournament. Fond memories. It was amazing. Let's go, Mooseheads. We'll see you next year. And of course, as always, go Habs, go, baby.